Hi Shweta. Okay, well the feature places on the home page is not showing up, and here, as you can see on the content slider, so if we open the front page, you have the get template part content slider. That's how it currently works. You open the content slider, it's calling the slider field from the front page a custom post type, but it's not working. Even if I create a gallery and I put the ID and everything inside of it, it's just not working. So um, I don't think this version that I'm looking at, actually, let me just go to your version. Online. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, it's right here. Let's go to the dashboard. Okay, so here in the gallery, I've already added it in the real gallery, but if you go here to front page, um, and you go inside of front page, uh, you see here that I've added the slider, and I understand how to change the gallery ID. Um, the funny thing is that I don't understand how all of them are calling from the same slider. I don't know. Maybe you could explain that to me because I don't understand how that works. But what's interesting is that every single jQuery slider works on every page except for the home page. So I need to get that working on the home page. Right now, this is the live site, dcinsideout.com, but I had to remove it because it's not working. So I need that to work. Also, so however you figure it out to work, it shouldn't take you very long because you already understand the code. So um, yeah, here in the field groups, you see that slider is there. So for whatever reason, it's not calling it. I don't know why, um, but if you would please fix that so that the home page also can have its own slider. It cannot be another duplicate slider. It has to be its own slider. Okay, so that's very clear. Another thing is that when I go into neighborhoods and say I go to Adams Morgan or any neighborhood, doesn't matter, and then say I go to gallery, you notice it says Galler up here. I don't know where to change that. If you would please change it to Gallery and make sure it doesn't break anything, I would appreciate it because that says Galler. And also, I'd like you to let me know where this is. Where do you find this value? Because I've looked everywhere for it and I couldn't find it. So if you would just let me know where to find this value too. Um, yeah, and so those two things are really important. And um, hold on one sec. Okay, I think for now, just those two things are the most important. Just make sure that the slider's here and that the word gallery, it says gallery here when you actually click on the gallery, um, and that that's fixed everywhere so it doesn't cause a problem. So wherever this needs to be changed, this needs to say gallery, not galler. Um, and then that's it for now. I do have another thing I want you to do, but it'll be a separate task. So if you could just get this done next week, I'll probably have another task for you regarding the title tag. And what I mean by that is basically in the code, if I go to any of these, like header, for example, where it says blog info, that's where it shows kind of the title up here on the tag. But say if I go to an interior or just a regular page, um, it's obviously calling, say here, an internal header. So it's also pulling the blog name and the WP title. However, this is actually pulling the title name and it's putting it here, and I don't think that's a good practice. So I'd like to at some point fix that. Not now, but I'd like that to be fixed because right now what I'm doing is I'm just calling that neighborhood title. I can't even show you where it is right now because I don't really know where it is right now, but it's probably in the internal header. So yeah, right here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm calling the title right here. Wait, actually I'm calling it right here. PHP WP title echo, and I don't want to do it this way. I want it to have the title of the page, but I don't want it to be calling it from the page. The reason why is because I want to install a plugin um, called, I think it's like WP SEO or something by Yoast. Yeah, WordPress SEO. So I'm just going to go through it real quick. And this is just something to think about for next week. I think I could do this. So we could get you working on this. So I'm going to install it. I'm going to activate it. Okay, now the plugin is activated. And I'm going to go here to titles and metadata. And the cool thing about this plugin, I don't know if you've ever used it, is that it's really neat. You can go into different post types and give its own meta description. You can even go here into the XML sitemaps, and it generates a sitemap for you. The neatest part is you can go into a post type, any page, and when you go in, it'll have a new area right here. And this is really cool because this is basically how it's going to show up on Google, or if it does, and you can change the way how it works, right? So you can put DC inside out, Adams Morgan, and you can put meta description and that kind of stuff. And this is really great. I'll show you where it's not great. When I go back to the site, it ruins my page titles. See, now it says neighborhoods DC inside out, and I don't know how to get rid of this. So I need to find a new way to put the right header for the right pages, and I need your help with that. I don't want it calling the WP title like I was doing here. I don't want to do this because by doing that, this happens. So I'm going to do a little more research. Maybe it's something I can get rid of in the plugin itself. I don't know. But if not, I want to look for another solution on how to title these pages. I want this to still say neighborhoods. I want this to still say blog. I want it to still say about us. But I also want the pages inside here to say their name and not Chevy Chase DC inside out, because I can go to every single neighborhood and it's going to do that, and I don't want that to happen. See, I can't even click on this right now. So another example of that is, I think Columbia Heights had a neighborhood. So if I go to places, yeah, that one doesn't. But even if I go to the place level, so let me try DuPont Circle, place, yeah, there's no place here either. So yeah, let me do this. Adams Morgan, if it ever loads. Sorry, very slow connection right now. Okay, places. See there, it stopped showing it. Okay, cool. So here it stops. It stops at the secondary neighborhood level, but at the primary neighborhood level, it's showing this, and I don't want it to show this on any of these pages. So if there is a way that you can fix that, give me an estimate. I figure it'll take maybe 2-3 hours tops to figure that out. So if this is something that you can also do now, I'd be willing to authorize up to 5 hours to get all of it done, but just let me know. Okay, if not, we'll save it for next week or something. Thank you.